What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Alright, we're coming back to Dir En Grey. Yes, indeed. Dir En Grey fans, FEELIN, you, come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and Krauser wanted to see me react to this song by Dir En Grey. Krauser, you're gonna pay for this. You are really gonna pay for this. I'm gonna do my best to say the name of the song, but I can almost promise you folks I'm gonna butcher this. The name of the song is entitled, quote unquote entitled, Hageshisa To Kono Mune no Naka De Karamitsuita Shakunetsu no Yami.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I'm not saying that again. No, I refuse. I am not going to say that. I'm just going to say that song. I'm not going to say that again. That is, how do you pronounce that? Seriously, how do you pronounce that without tripping over your own tongue?
Hey, careful, Quagmire. Don't get too close to that thing.
The hell, did I just get laid?
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Kaya channel, okay? And the video has 835,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Dir En Grey, MC, and I'm sure that's the title of the song. I am not saying that title again. Absolutely not. English sub, live HD. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I hate to say it, the ladies were louder. Okay. I love the crowd interaction. I do. I love the crowd interaction. Now here's the trade-off. I love it when bands interact with the crowd. I love it when bands take the time, like in the middle of the show, like especially as members on stage, you can start to get a feel for the crowd, and you can kind of feel when the crowd's starting to get a little tired. You know, usually about 2/3 of the way to 3/4 of the way through the show, you're going to feel a drop in energy in the crowd. It's going to happen, okay? And they take it upon themselves here to raise up the energy level of the crowd. I love the approach. I love how he did it, putting the guys up against the girls. I think that's smart. Creates a little competition. Sorry, guys, I hate to say it, but I think the ladies schooled you on that one. And then he got everybody fired up. Are you with us? I like all of that. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to take the amount of time that they took to do it, they took over 1.5 minutes to do all that. You better deliver as a band. And I know, listen, I am fully confident that this band is capable of delivering on that. I believe it wholeheartedly. But I have seen bands in the past, even in person, where I've been in the crowd, or I've been on the side. I've been on the side, because we were going to go on next or whatever, and I'm watching the band. But I've seen bands spend over 1 minute doing the same thing, and then when it came time to deliver, they didn't. And as a member of the crowd, that is a huge letdown, a huge disappointment. You spent all that time getting us fired up, getting us hyped up, and then you let us down. You know what I mean? That is the worst feeling in the world. It really is. It is awful feeling. So I'm sure, okay, let me rephrase that. I know Dir En Grey is fully capable of delivering. Let's see if they do. Let's see if they do it this one.
Burn
Yeah, I think we got a guitar solo. Okay. Dir En Grey reactions are always... This is one of the few bands on the channel where I never know what I'm going to get when I push that play button. I just have no clue. There are a lot of bands I do on the channel where I have some idea, you know, because I've done them a lot, and I have a pretty good feel of, you know, what to expect from them. You know, I kind of got their vibe. This is one of those bands, one of the few bands on the channel where I literally have no idea what I'm about to do, or what I'm about to be exposed to. I am tempted to say something, but I don't want to say it yet because we're not done with the song yet. But the temptation is there to say something, but I gotta hold off right now. I love the play with feel, switching between the straight time, the double time. We just went into halftime, and it's happening. Okay, here's the thing. It does happen rapidly at times, but there's a pattern. So we'll be in the straight, I think it's the verses. We're in straight time for like 8 measures, but at a fairly quick tempo. And then we switch to the double time feel for like the next 16. So, but that's happened several times. It's not like it just happened once. So there is a pattern. I like that. I definitely like that. The guitar playing and the bass playing are all being done very well. I got no issue with anything that's happening with any of those three. Kill's vocals are just, oh man. Listen, I know he gets a lot of power from his grit and growl. I know he does, but I love his clean vocals, man. I really do. He's got such a nice, clean vocal voice. I really dig on it, man. I love it when he does it. Don't get me wrong, his grit and growl is good too. It is. I got no issue with it. It's kind of unique. It's not quite so. It's more guttural, but done in a. This is weird. It's more of a guttural grit and growl, but it's up here. It's not down here. I mean, it is okay. It is down here, but it sounds like it's up here. So he's doing proper technique, absolutely. I know he is. I can hear it, but it's a unique grit and growl. I really dig it. Probably one of the nicest grit and growls that okay, if you've been watching the show for any amount of time, you know I'm not a fan of grit and growl, pure grit and growl vocal. His is one of the few grit and growl vocals I actually kind of like. So that's saying something. Anyway, let's get back into this, shall we? Let's see about this guitar solo. Let's see if I'm right about it being a guitar solo. Short and sweet, but it was there. Yeah. Yeah, nice. I liked it. I definitely enjoy this, and I'm glad I held off until the end. To say what I wanted to say. And notice I say wanted as in past tense. I'm glad I held off. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Dir En Grey with that song title that I just absolutely refuse to say because I know I'm going to butcher it. I know I butchered it the first time. I'm not going to butcher it again. You know the song I did. You saw the title. You know which one I did. So take that for what it's worth. This was a request from Krauser. And Krauser, you're going to pay for this. Oh, yes. I'm going to make sure that you pay for that. Let's see. Let's just get to the score, and then we'll talk about everything, I promise. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.5. What does that mean? Well, an 8.5 would translate to a great scale rating. So overall, I think this was a great presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.5, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay. I was going to say something when I did the first pause, and I'm really glad I held off. I'm really glad. Looking back, they say hindsight's 20/20. Well, I'm really glad I held off because otherwise I'd be having to do some corrections and retractions, which I'm really glad I don't have to do right now. I want to be very clear that I liked the song. I enjoyed the song. This was a fun tune to listen to. I was gonna say that this could possibly be my new favorite song by Dir En Grey. I'm really glad I held off because by the time we were done, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that that was not the case. Okay, it's not my favorite, but take this for what it's worth. I would be willing to put it into my top 5. Okay, now considering the fact that this is my 3rd reaction to Dir En Grey on the channel, and I only have 2 other songs from Dir En Grey that I like that I've heard so far. Well, that automatically puts it in the top 5.
Wait, what? Hold on.
So when I say it automatically, when I say I would put this song in my top 5, unfortunately, that kind of happens by default. But, hey, it's still in my top 5. Take that for what it's worth. Look, take the win wherever you can get it. The song had a lot going for it. It absolutely did. The play with feel, very nicely done, very tastefully done. I know at times, especially in particular, during the verses, we would switch from the straight time to the double time relatively quickly. I know we didn't spend a whole lot of time on that straight time. Normally, that would upset me. The rapid time, the rapid feel change, that would usually upset me. But because they demonstrated that was a repeatable pattern, and it happened multiple times, I was okay with it. I had no problem with it because when the second verse came along, I thought, are they going to do it again? And then they did. And I was like, oh, well, okay, that makes sense then. That's fine. It's when they change feel rapidly with no rhyme or reason and no repeatable pattern and no way to determine when it's going to happen or where it's going to happen. It's just completely random and it happens rapidly. That's when I have a problem with it. That was not the case here. But great utilization of straight time, half time, double time. I think out of the 3, I think the straight time was my favorite. The halftime was heavy though. I gotta say, when they went into the halftime feel, boy, it got heavy. I did like that. The guitar players, the bassist, I didn't hear anything from them that stuck out like a sore thumb. They all sounded really good. Had no issue with anything that they played. The drumming on this, tight, super tight. I like hearing that double kick. It felt really good. Again, just super tight double kick work. And not a heavy reliance on cymbals, unless they're doing a sustain. You know, they're hitting a chord or whatever, they're hitting a chord, they're hitting a note, and they just hold it. And he goes on the cymbals, you know, crash, 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 crash. Getting those cymbals to constantly resonate. That's different. That's a whole different entity. I'm talking about throughout the course of the song. Yes, cymbals were utilized, but that was not the main event. He made the main event the skins, and I'm always a big favorite. I'm always a big fan of that usage of skins. Kyo's voice, we talked about at length during the course of the reaction. I really don't see any need to beat a dead horse. If you've been watching this channel and you've seen my reactions to Dir En Grey, you know how much I appreciate Kyo's voice. His grit and growls, probably one of the few grit and growls in the entire world that I actually kind of like. And his clean vocals are amazing. So I always dig hearing him vocalize and hearing him sing. The songwriting on this, the chordal progression on this, very nice. I liked it. The chorus is the hook. I still have the chorus kind of, not fully, but the basic gist of the chorus running through my head right now, which is actually kind of nice. I'm kind of enjoying that. It has a nice hook. It has a nice feel. It has a nice groove. It's got the melodics that I look for. It's got the pleasing chordal progression that you look for in a hooky style chorus. So it's very well done. Overall, I'm going to be honest with you folks. Overall, I would give the song, just the song, I would give the song about an 8.3, maybe 8.4. But I'm giving this an 8.5. Now, why is that? I have said this literally thousands of times on the channel. If you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know what I'm going to say. So brace yourselves, folks. Say it out with me. Sing it along with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, it did help a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it did bump it up about 0.1, maybe 0.2. So here's how that breaks down. Let's go down the checklist of things I look for in a live show. Stage presence, check. Yeah, they went out there looking like rock stars, performing like rock stars, acting like rock stars. Special shout out to that, I believe it's the rhythm guitar player, paying homage to Freddy Krueger with that sweater. That was very cool, man. Very good thing to see. So yeah, stage presence, check. We got that. Stage energy, check. Absolutely. A lot of movement and motion happening on stage. Kyo getting up and down off of the eagle block, moving around the stage. I saw the bassist moving around the stage a lot. He was moving around everywhere, especially towards the end. So special shout out to the bass player for bringing out that stage energy as much as he did. So that's a big check. Stage interaction. No, we don't get a check for that one, unfortunately. Nobody in the band interacted with each other, unfortunately. But, when it comes to the next check, boy, before the song even started, they had this box check. Crowd interaction. Big check. Not just once or twice. Throughout the course of the entire song, Kyo kept re-engaging the crowd, getting the crowd to sing along. But even before the song started, we had that 1.5-minute intro of him getting the crowd fired back up again. If you remember what I was talking about when I did my first pause, if you're going to do that, you better deliver. But I also said, I am fully confident that Dir En Grey is capable of delivering. Well, they delivered. They absolutely delivered on their song and on their live performance. So they asked for the crowd to bring up the energy. They asked for the crowd to do their part, and they did. The crowd absolutely did. So in response, Dir En Grey did their part. So I respect that, absolutely. So that gets a big check. They kept resharpening that saw. And I love it when bands do that. Showmanship, check. Yeah, absolutely. Between Kyo and the bassist, really putting on a great live show visually. The guitar players, not so much. They were kind of stoic in their stature, but that's all right. I mean, not everybody has the room to move around as much as they do when you have Kyo and you have the bassist moving around the stage as much as they do. So maybe they had to be reserved. Production. Okay, yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give it a check. I will give it a check. The lighting was done well, and you could tell that the lighting was programmed to go along with the song. There were spots, you know, the strobes would kick in, and they were in key places. Yeah, you can tell that light show was designed. So yeah, I'll go with that. So it's not the greatest live show that I've ever seen, but it checked off almost all of the boxes. The only checkbox that really didn't check off at all, unfortunately, was the stage interaction. So that's how we came up from, like I said, I would give the song about an 8.3. Honestly, I think an 8.4 might be a little generous. So 8.3 for the song, up to an 8.5, going up 0.2 because of the live show. So yeah, that feels good to me. I like that score, 8.5, and that's exactly where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.5, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.